In this video, we're going to look at one very important application of the dot product, and that is using it to compute work. We know that if the direction of a force is not the same as the direction in which we choose to move an object, then the entirety of the magnitude of the force won't be used in order to move the object. Work is going to measure how much a force actually acts in the direction of motion. Dot products are going to be useful in helping us to compute work. Our formula for work is that work is equal to the dot product of the force and the direction vector. If we think about this geometrically, that means that work is going to be the magnitude of the force times the magnitude of the direction times the cosine of the angle between those two. The formula for work gives us a few key insights into the idea of work. First, we can see that only the component of force in the direction of our motion is contributing to work. If a force is perpendicular to the direction of motion, then no work is getting done. And because vectors that go in opposite directions produce a negative dot product, we can see that negative work is going to occur when a force opposes our direction of motion. Let's start with a simple example. Here we have a force that is represented by the vector 5, 1. It is acting on an object that we are moving along the direction vector 4, 0. We want to find the work done, but we know that the work is just the dot product of the two vectors. So that's going to be 5 times 4 plus 1 times 0, which is 20. Typically, force is measured in newtons. We'll assume for the purpose of this that we're measuring distance in meters. So our units are Newton meters, which is the same thing as a joule. Let's try another one. This time we don't know the components of our vectors, but instead we know that the magnitude of our force is 10. The magnitude of our direction is 6. We can go ahead and assume again that those are measured in newtons and in meters. And the angle between our force and our direction is 60 degrees. The work done is going to be, this time, the magnitude of F times the magnitude of D times the cosine of the angle between them. So we get that work is 10 times 6 times the cosine of 60, which is 1/2. I have a really hard time remembering that for some reason. And so we get that our work is 30 joules. Here we have a slightly different twist on the same ideas. So we have a force vector given by the components 3, -2, 1, and we have a displacement or distance vector given by 1 for c, and we want to find the value of c so that no work is done by the given force. So what we're saying here is that we want the dot product to be equal to 0. Well, we know that f dot d is going to be 3 times 1 plus -2 times 4 plus 1 times c. So that's 3 minus 8 plus c, and we want that to be 0, so that's -5 plus c. So c must be 5, making our displacement vector 1, 4, 5. In this case, we know then that our force is acting perpendicularly to our distance, or displacement. One last example, here we have a force given by the vector 40, 30, and it's going to move a sled 10 meters horizontally. We want to compute the work done. Well, we need a distance vector or displacement vector. Since we're moving horizontally by 10 meters, that means we're moving 10 meters in the x direction and 0 meters in the vertical direction. So we can write our displacement vector as the vector 10, 0. So now our work is going to be the dot product of f and d, which is going to be 40 times 10 plus 30 times 0, which is 400. And again, we'll assume that our force is measured in newtons. Our distance we know is measured in meters, so this is going to be joules. Summarizing our key ideas, we know that work is going to measure the amount of force that moves in the direction of motion. We compute work using the dot product. So work is going to be the dot product of our force vector and our motion or direction vector. We can also use the magnitude of the force times the magnitude of the direction times the cosine of theta, the angle between them. And we know that perpendicular forces don't do any work.